Well, Mr. Johnson had some troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat which wouldn't leave his home.
I'm here to set the story straight once again regarding Noodle. I met Noodle when I first moved to the Central Oregon coast back in '04, when I apparently became neighbors of hers in the same apartment complex. I have receipts. Here is the story on that. I was in the rental office one afternoon putting in my first month's rent and the deposit for move-in. Noodle was sitting in the lobby. She kept looking at me really strange-like, and truthfully, I did not remember her from high school. But she kept looking at me really weird. And as I was finally leaving the manager's office, I finally looked at her and I asked her what her problem was and why she kept looking at me the way she was. And she questioned me as to where I went to high school. And I responded, and I told her. And she came back in response of, "Oh, you were the nasty little puke that all of us enjoyed picking on and bullying when I knew you in high school." Well, truthfully, at that point, I did not remember her. But she told me what her maiden name was. When I was unpacking, moving in, I found my yearbook, and I did look her name up, and I did find her. And ever since then, when I first realized who she really was, I started having nightmares. Because I do remember knowing her in high school at that point. And I remember all the years that she made my life a living hell with numerous other kids that I knew in high school that picked on me and bullied me along with her. And the comment that she made about me coming up to her with a group of people and telling me to back off, not true. Not true at all. There was one summer where she had a tent out in the parking lot, and she had all her art and jewelry and crap set up. She had come over to me and asked me if I was interested in coming over and looking at what she had. And I told her, well, not right now, but I may in a few minutes. And she says, well, I think you'll like what you see. And I was like, okay. So I went over, and it was really windy that day. My husband and her husband were trying to do everything they could to keep her tent from blowing all over the world in the parking lot. And I found one item that I did quite like. And it was a little beach tarp, which I paid $15 for, which as of currently has been thrown away. But ever since then, she has continually tried to bully me and harass me, threaten me, you name it. And through the 14 years of being her neighbor, I went to my apartment manager several times, asking the manager to please relocate me and my husband to another unit to where we would not have to be directly next door to her. Nothing was done. She continued to bully me the whole entire time and badmouth me. And even my husband became friends with her husband. They would be outside smoking together almost every day. Now, I never had any issues with her husband. Let me make that clear. But she made my life so miserable that for my mental health and the best of my medical situation, I had to physically up and relocate. I am now 2.5 hours north of where she's at. And when I first decided to start on YouTube, everything was fine. Then, probably within a month, she hunted me down on YouTube. She did not get in any contact with me at that point, because we did not part on the best of terms. And she did not wish me well. So let me make that clear. So anyway, ever since I've been on YouTube, she has followed me and has continued to follow me and bully me and try to get me to bend to her ways, which I refuse to do. So Noodle, get over it. I will never apologize. So move on. And again, I am not a liar. So move on. And if you are going to continue to force me into trying to think that you're going to get me to apologize to you, not happening. Not happening. So move on. You're only doing this to get back at your boss. Because you do only as she tells you to do. Well, that doesn't work with me. You are not going to boss me around. You are not going to tell me what to do. And you better tell your community to stop sending me threatening, hateful emails, because I am now blocking them. And I refuse to respond to anybody on your channel. And you know what? I never go to your channel. I don't talk about you. I do not discuss you unless it is through Robbie. And let me make something else clear. Robbie doesn't control me. He doesn't tell me what to do. I make up my own mind and I do as I damn well please. So get over it. Robbie has been a very good and steady friend to me. He's been very loving, very supportive, and very caring, which I greatly appreciate. But in no way does he ever tell me what to do. He does not control me. Because again, I'm a grown adult and not a child. Unlike you. You're trying to treat me like I'm a child, which I am not. And I'm 54 years old. And I do not allow anyone to bully me, harass me, threaten me, try to tell me what to do. Not happening. And again, as for you thinking that I'm ever going to apologize to you, you better forget it. Because you'll never get an apology out of me. You have made my life a living hell for too long. You use my name every day in all your live streams. You bring my name up day after day after day, and this has been going on for months. And I did send Robbie pictures privately of showing him the exact apartment where you live. And I showed him the exact apartment where I live, where I used to live, next door to you. I showed him all the pictures of what Beacon Crest looked like. And you cannot threaten or tell me that I doxed you, because I did not. I just simply showed the name of the apartment complex and the building where I know where you live. Because I know you've done the same with me. And the so-called pictures that I had on my door of a handgun, yes, I did that. Because it was my only way of protecting me and my husband and our son when he was with us on visitation days. But I had to do what I had to do to protect my family. So if you want to see that as a threat, then by all means. But that was not a threat. You're the one that has been attacking me and harassing me and bullying me for many years. You need to stop. You need to back off and leave me and my family alone. Because if it doesn't, I will continue to find a way to come up with enough funding to get an attorney. And again, I will promise you that in due time, I will take you back to court. Just because I lost the first time doesn't mean I've given up. So if you want to threaten me with taking me legally, you better be prepared. Because I am going to find an attorney, and I will try again because I'm tired of this shit. And so is my husband. I've had no peace on YouTube since you have come back into the picture. So do me a favor, just back off and leave me alone. Leave my husband alone. Do not mention my husband. Do not mention my child. Because if you do, I will mention yours in return. Simple as that. And if you want me to, I will come on here and I will continue to do uploaded videos with your name. Just like you've done with me. So if you want to play this game, let's go. Because now, I have a reason to bring you up every day because you will not stop this. And if you think it's funny to continue to bully and harass me, you haven't seen bitch yet. Because I am very close to being in bitch mode with you. So again, fair warning. Back off and leave me alone. And get your community to back off and leave me alone. Because any more hate emails, they're all being blocked and deleted. But I am sharing them with Robbie before I delete them. So know that he sees all the emails that I get. And that's including any and all messages I get from your hate community. So, Robbie does know everything that goes on. So again, fair warning, back off. Back it up and leave me alone and keep my name out of your mouth. Because if it doesn't, I think once a day I'll come on here and I'll talk about you. Because apparently that's what you want. You want the attention. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of bringing me down. Because I'm done being upset. I'm done being pissed off. But again, if you want to keep it going, let's go. But again, I'm just warning you. You have tangoed with the wrong bitch. So again, I'm going to ask you nicely. Back off and leave me alone.
He gave it to a farmer, said he'd take it to a farm. The farmer drove the tractor with the cat under his arm. He dropped it in a cornfield, thought it'd surely get lost. The cat ate up the cornfield at the farmer's cost. But the cat came back the very next day. The